Right here is a 1/18 scale Dodge Monaco. This is one of the Dukes of Hazzard cars. This is Rosco P. Coltrain's squad car. I think this is a, I can't remember if it's a JoyRide or Johnny Lightning car, but anyway, it's for a co-worker. His grandson, the Dukes of Hazzard fan. He's 14 years old and absolutely loves the show. So he has a General Lee. You've seen the video of it probably with the horn. I put the sound card in it with the Dixie horn. So he wanted for his birthday this year, wanted the sheriff's car. So they ordered it for him and asked me to put some lighting in. So with this, if you're familiar with the show at all, you know that wasn't a whole lot of lighting on the car. Actually, I don't even think that the headlights and tail lights even flashed or anything at all in the show. So what we did with this one, he actually just asked for the light bar to be illuminated. So I did that, and then went ahead and added headlights and tail lights as well, just steady lights. But it's pretty decent models. You can see that big 440, pretty detailed motor in there. Front doors, rear doors do open. The interior of the car is not very detailed, but obviously it wouldn't have been back in the day. Small radio console in there. That's really about it. Like I said, very plain. Not much to it at all. The trunk does open. Inside you'll see the 9-volt battery sitting in there, so easy enough to change, no problem with that. And I also went ahead and added a antenna on this one. For the trunk. Again, it's the flexible antenna material that I use. Some of you know what it is, some don't. Anyway, pretty cool. Like I said, it adds a little bit of flex to it so it won't break off the car. Some of you have asked how I mount this. Drill a hole into the trunk itself all the way through. Take a piece of, you can use a small, like a thin paper clip. This has to be pretty thin because this actually is there's a hole in the center of this. You can't really see it on the camera, but anyway, there is a hole through there because of what this material is used for. It does have a hole all the way through it. So I trim this off the lengths, but anyway, I use a leg of an LED. I trim it, put it through the trunk, bend it at a 90-degree angle in the back, and then glue it. You'll see that back here maybe. Up under here, right chaw, glued to the trunk, so it stays on there. And of course, once that glue's dry, then I just slide this down over top of that, put a little bit of glue on it, so it'll stay on the car. But anyway, that's what the deal is with that. Two switches on this one. One's for the steady headlights, taillights. One's for the emergency lighting. The one on the driver's side, I had to check that. I cheated. One on the driver's side is for the lighting. Again, very basic. Just warm white low beam headlights and red taillights. I did trim all of the metal away from this inside and behind there, so it illuminates the entire lens instead of just like one little dot, which I see a lot of cars from a lot of builders do. And that's fine, I guess, if that's how you want to do it. I'm sure there's some things I do maybe that they don't agree with. But it takes a little bit more time. Just fills the light out better, makes it look a little bit more full. Light bar on the roof. So I'm going to use flashing LEDs on this instead of the strobe type LEDs. I showed my customer, who's turning 14 here in a couple days. I showed him the two different LEDs. He wanted the strobes or one of the strobes put in there instead of the flashing one. So when I put the strobes in for him, still looks pretty cool. Like I said, it obviously is a lot faster flash than what the rotator type would have been in there. That's why I like using the flashing ones. And I've built, this is probably the 6th or 7th one of these I've built. I think I've done one other one with the strobes. The other ones, like I said, have had the flashing LEDs, so it gets slower effect. When they kind of turn off and on, it almost gives a little bit of a rotator look at a certain point when they're on. So anyway, all the lighting can be operated at once. So you can have the headlights on along with the light bar. So Matt, happy birthday. And of course you won't hear me say happy birthday until you already have the car, because it's your birthday present. So anyway, I appreciate it very much, Michael, for you placing the order for him. And you'll see the video here in a little bit tonight or in the morning, and I'll see you at work here in a few hours. Thanks again.